Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today I am going to be doing something a little bit different, and that is I am going to look back at my journey on Real VR fishing. But not only that, I have some big news and I have some giveaways for you too. So my journey with Real VR fishing started back in 2019, basically when the game released. I've had so much fun with that game. On this little beauty here, the Oculus Go, this is where it all started for me. What a headset this was back then. And I still can't believe today that Real VR fishing actually ran on it. Ever since the first time that I saw Real VR fishing trailer before the release, I thought there's no way, absolutely no way that game is going to be able to be run. I thought it was fake, you know, photorealistic graphics on, you know, a older headset back then, standalone headset, 3'd off, not even 6'd off. I thought, nah, there's no way. But they did it, and I will never forget the day they got released. I was at work and the day just went on forever. I thought, you know, is this day ever going to end? Am I going to get home, play Real VR fishing? Finally it came. Got home, downloaded the game, jumped in, and was just blown away straight away. At that cabin that we all know and love, and just looked around, went outside them sliding doors, looked out at the lake for the first time. I was like, wow, this is incredible. And man, that was it. I was just invested. And back then there was only South Korea. There was no DLCs, there was no multiplayer, and you only had lakes and rivers at the time. There was not even any saltwater locations. So yeah, but I loved it anyway. I mean, didn't know there was going to be like it is today. Obviously, it's grown massively, but I kept on playing, so far that I actually got quite high up into the leaderboard, and to the point where I got to the top, and Real VR Fishing started a Facebook group, and there was a post up saying that whoever won the first season tournament would win a real life trophy. Well, here it is, back in 2019. Proud moment. So the only trophy that I ever did, apart from the one you get in game, of course. So I'm super proud of that. Not only the first time I've ever won a trophy in my life, but the fact it's VR related and one of my favourite all-time VR games. Yeah, I couldn't be happier with it. So before we move on though, I would like to see Real VR Fishing make its way over to this beauty. What's that? That's the Go. It's definitely gone now. That was awful, sorry. So the PSVR 2, I would love to see Real VR Fishing on this. Absolutely, with the OLED panels, HDR, eye-tracked foveated rendering, running at native 90 Hz. Oh, it'd be incredible, with the haptics as well, of course. Please, Devs Games United, make it happen. Let's not drop that one. Let's put you back up here. So, the big news. Dustin from Devs Games United, the studio behind Real VR Fishing, sent me an email and invited me onto the Creator Partnership Program. Didn't have to think about it. Instant yes. Super excited. What's that mean for you? Well, for you, I'm going to give away some free keys for the base game as well as some DLC as well. And so keep watching this video. There's going to be some gameplay coming up, and I think we should do that right now. Let's do it. And before we do, I'd like to thank Dustin and everyone at Devs Games United. Keep up the great work, and I look forward to the future of Real VR Fishing. And yeah, let's jump into some gameplay. So here we are, guys, at the lodge, the sliding doors that I was talking about. Let's go through them, and that beautiful lake. It was my first experience on the Oculus Go. So for those that have not seen Real VR Fishing before or have been intrigued, let me just show you around quickly. So that obviously was the sliding doors. We can look at the lake. Here is your boats, which you can unlock by catching certain fish or certain amount of fish. So these are all the different ones you can do. You can change your colours. I won't show them all, I don't want to spoil it. I still like the old where's my, there's my wooden boat there. And the same again with the saltwater boat. So that's that. Over here is your aquarium, where you can catch or keep all your fish. And to do that, I will show you in a bit. Here's all the trophies. This one was a nightmare, but we finally got there. These are all your trophies you get in game if you can get on the leaderboard. In this room, this is where all your rods and reels are that you can look at, what you've collected, and you can customize your avatar with different eye colors, eyebrows, clothes, hats, gloves, hairstyles, all sorts of stuff like that. You can also use the meta avatar if you want, but I like to keep with traditions and keep with the traditional avatar in the game. So down this one, this is your saltwater. So these are some of the sharks you can catch and other species. As you can see, I've decked it out quite nicely. And you've got another television here. This is going to be your main hub, but where we're going to do everything. So you can do this upstairs, which is obviously the main lodge. But here you've got journey mode, which is what I'm doing at the moment. These are all the fish species you can catch in journey mode. Here is where you'll find all your DLCs. So over here we've got Europe, all the European ones, South Korea, which is what you'll get with the base game. And then we've got Japan, part 1 and 2. This is a special event which we'll come to later. And here is the US, and some of them you'll get free as well. And that's the US DLC. So you've got US East and West. This part is where you'll find your rods and reels. You can just click on that using the trigger, and it'll bring up all the different rods you've got collected through the game by completing competitions and stuff like that, and also upgrading while fishing. This is the store, so this is where you can purchase all your rods and reels. So we've got rods, reels, baits. We'll have a look at some baits there. So these are like the sea So grade C, B and A. A is obviously the best when you've got more chance of keeping them. So if you look at this little graph here, it can show you as we lower down, you can see there that the range is not very good, the attraction, staying on the hook, things like that. So that's that. These are your Pearl coins, which you can get in game. I've not seen them for a while though, so I don't know what's quite going on with that. But basically what you can do is use these pearls to increase your chances of gaining XP, the spawn rate of epic fish, and credit gain as well. And this is where you'll find all the fish that you keep. And if I remember rightly, if even if you don't keep them, they still appear here. So you've got unique fish, you've got epic fish, you've got rare fish, which are harder to find. And here, this is where you can decorate your aquariums upstairs and furniture. There's all your furniture and stuff. Here is the leaderboards. I'm not going to focus too much on that because I don't want to look at people's names. And then you've got settings. And these are all your settings here. So you've got teleportation, you've got snap turning. If you suffer from motion sickness, I like the fast walk and fast turn. And then you can decide if you want inches and pounds, centimeters and kilograms, expert, hard, normal difficulties. You can do all that setting sort of here. But I highly recommend you do the tutorial when you first start the game. So let's go back to the top. And as I say, this is where your main hub's going to be. So you also get rewarded. So as long as you play at least once a week, you'll get an award. And then you can find those in... Actually, I think you'll find it in your changing room. I'm not going to go in there because otherwise it'll go back. It's a loading screen. You've got messages here. Notice this tells you about up and coming events and DLCs and stuff like that. There's coupons you can do to redeem. So if you do like a competition, you'll get a code which you can put in here, then your rewards, and then use here. So let's jump into some fishing. So we click on this icon here, and we're going to go back to where it all started. For me, on the Oculus Go, we're going back to South Korea. Let's do it. And we'll start at the very beginning. And here we are in South Korea. This is the first stage. And like I said, when I first got this on the Oculus Go, there was literally just 15 stages, combining lakes and rivers. But the photorealism in this game is just like off the chart. And like every headset, Quest headset I've upgraded to, you notice a difference. So the game is obviously updated along the hardware. So let's do a little bit of fishing now, shall we? So you can see my rod there, and just look at the realism of that rod as well, and that reel. Now you can play one-handed as well. Well, we'll leave it there for a minute because we're float fishing. So you've got lures and floats. So they're the two styles of fishing you can do. You can see the scenery, man. It's just so picturesque. Here we go. We got a bite. bring her in. And we got ourselves a goldfish. There we go. Oh, little fella. Hello. Right. So this is that. Now, if you press the B button, you'll bring up this menu here. And this is where you can switch over your reels and your rods. You can change your floats, change your baits. So there's all your baits. Just by pressing the trigger, you can select whatever you need to select. So let's have a look at settings quickly. So you've got realistic mode. These are like the real sounds. Graphic quality I put on high, 90 Hertz, and there you go. So we've got both. You can switch it to single. Now you can't do this in multiplayer, by the way. Now I did forget to mention the fact this is a single player and multiplayer game. But yeah, you can just switch between the two there. So if your arms are aching, keep going round like that, then round like that, then switch it to single, which is what I normally do to chill. And then some people said about line colour. Okay, so what have I done? So if you put that on, have they changed it? Baits. So the line, so let's have a look. So now I've put that out. Let's leave that there, and you should see the line colour come on. Hopefully. Come on. You know you want it. You know you want it. There you go. Come on. You don't have to wait very long to catch a fish. Lure fishing is quicker, and you'll catch a lot more that way. Float fishing is a lot more chilled. Come on. Another little trick. If you pull your thumbstick back and slightly press it in, it will retrieve your, that's why, your thing. And if you use the thumbstick to press down, you can increase the length of your line when float fishing. So there's some little tips. I'll try and hopefully line colour's going to come up in a minute. As I press line colour or line, and now it's not going to catch anything. Brilliant. That's great. That. Well, there's some bubbles over there. Let's try and get that. There we go. Switch back to one-handed mode. Come on. Don't leave me waiting. Right, for the sake of the video, I'm probably going to fast forward this. Oh, no. There we go. See, you can see the line colour come on now. So you can see it's gone red. That's how you'd normally play it, but I turned the line colour off. Hopefully it shows up on the video. I turn it off for a more realistic experience. And it's gone plain at the moment. So it's gone blue, so that means that it's gone slack. And if it's red, it means the line's too tight. Oh, we've got a sturgeon. And if it's green, it means you've stunned the fish. There we go. So we've stunned the fish now. So you need to just keep reeling in until the green line goes. Come on. Come on. Nearly got ya. I used to love catching sturgeons. And they used to be a rare species. I think they still are in the game. That's tiny. Yeah, see, it's still rare. Tiny sturgeon. Okay, so let's get line colour up again. So as you can see, if it's in blue, it means line colour's on. Click on it, line colour is off now. So if you want more of a challenge, talking of a challenge, let's go to a different location just to keep things interesting. So you've got nights. This is quite a nice one. Where's one of my favourites? So these are saltwater. These never used to be here. So as I say, number 15. Number 15 used to be one of my favourites. So you just click on go. And by the way, you can also switch DLCs in different places just by going from there. So you haven't got to leave to change in single player anyway. I think you can do the same in multiplayer. And then Lodge A is obviously upstairs. Lodge B is downstairs. And then there's the multiplayer. You can set up a private room, by the way, if you fancy that. So yeah, that's how I like to do mine. If you want to see your bait in the water, you can just do that. Right, now I'm going to switch over to both controllers for this, and we are going to go to 15. I'm not going to pronounce the names, by the way, because I'm dyslexic and it'll just be a nightmare. So we're going to the river. So here we are. This is one of my favourites. Just look at this. So what the challenge I'm going to do is I am going to go down to the lowest rod and reel and the lowest bait. Everything is going to be low. I might need to go and buy some. So you can buy bait as well. Right there we go. So we've got C, and we'll just get some maggots and just buy those. That's your currency up there, by the way. So we've got that, and then we're going to go on to bobbers, baits. Oh yeah, we need to switch to lure fishing, so you can do that up there. And we should have that already, if I remember rightly. So let's go back to the rod icon. And we're just going to switch back to that. There we go. And we're going to go worm on there. I didn't need to buy that, but I'll do float fishing and lure fishing to demonstrate for you. And then I'll explain the releasing and the keeping as well of fish. So let's do this little challenge. It's going to be intriguing. And obviously you can't go as high. That's quite a big fish. So I want to catch a big fish to make it more interesting. Come on. Don't you dare. Yes! Now I'm going to drop the line. Like that. And that gives me a better chance of keeping it on. That's a little technique that I do. Let's see if we can bring it in without snapping the line. Now if I was to probably do this in salt water, oh, it's not the biggest, it's only a medium, so we should be alright. There we go. So not much of a challenge. Maybe we should try salt water. There we go. stun fish. Get it. I'm getting a little bit confident here. I should just calm myself down a little bit, because this is the moment of truth. All the time the fish stops splashing, that's when you want to start reeling it in. And at this point you want to do it in small stages like that. Especially with lower grade gear. There we go. Sky Gator. Nice. You know what? Can we get to the event here? Yes, we can. So there's a new lake. Blanche Lake, I think that says. Let's go over there and see what it's like. Holy crap, look at that. This is the first time I'm experiencing this. You can see all the weed. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Nice. Right, let's see how we get on with this, shall we? What fish we got here? Oh, by the way, if you click on the fish icon, then you can see what fish are available. These will be blank. Oh, we got one here. We got an epic. Okay, so dough ball. One floating. Let's switch over. Actually, what am I doing? So we want minnow or crankbait. Okay, let's try the minnow. So I'm going to go back over to lure. Click on that, and we're looking for the minnow. So minnow C. I'm going to keep it all the original gear. Typical. There's a big fish there. I'm just going to nudge that a little bit. Do a little bit of twitching. Oh. Yes! Oh. Is it going to be alright? Yeah, I think we're going to be alright. I just get nervous. I'll do it with sharks. Next time, I'm not actually going to drop the line. I'll drop the rod tip into the water. That's a fair size. To be fair, this rod's holding up. It's been a long time since I've used lower grade gear. So, come on. No, I missed the snap there. Come on. You can do this. Get in. Come on. Come on now. This is beautiful. Right, this is the moment. So as soon as you hear that cranking sound, I can't. That sound there. That's when you're going to stop reeling. Bull trout, rare, perfect. This is nice. Just can't get over the weed. It looks so good down there. Welcome to Santa Monica. Look at this. This is one of my all-time favourite stages. It is beautiful. Plane going over the top of us there. Loads of animations going on. I love it when Real VR Fishing put animation in the game. Way of fishing. Look at that. That's so cool. Ferris wheel roller coaster. Did you see that ride then? So you should see them come down. We'll hold on for a minute. We'll wait for them to come down. I think it's super cool. Come on. Let's see you go up there and go down. It's not going to do it now, is it? It's typical. Oh, there we go. Up it goes. Even the lights that are flashing like that looks so good. There we go. Look at that. So cool. Right, let's finish this fishing challenge, shall we? So I am going to go back to lowest gear. For me it's that. And then we're going to lure fish. Let's see. So the very first video I made was catching a swordfish. So, but I'm wondering what we can catch. Let's have a look. Let's switch up. Let's go metal jig. Let's go metal jig. What we got? Is there anything on the... Oh, there's something over the surface. Let's go... what do I just select? Pop a C. Let's go. See if I can reach it. No. So you're not going to get the same distance with like the lower grade stuff. I didn't actually show you how to catch and release. But the tutorial shows you anyway. Well, I do recommend doing that. And then join the Real VR Fishing Facebook group. There's tons of people out there that help you out as well as the community manager. Come on. Also using lower grade bait, it takes a little longer to catch as well. Come on now. Come on. Give me something! Problem is I can't reach anything. Alright, I'm going to switch. Let's go for metal jig. Let's see what happens. I want to see if we can catch a big fish using low grade gear and land it. Oh, hang on. I feel like something's on. Bring it in very slowly. Come on, please, don't let me down. Don't let me down. Right, that's not working. This is embarrassing. I thought I'd actually catch something by now. Obviously too close in. Okay, I'm going to show you a little trick. So if you do find that you're not catching many fish and it's not working out for you, the little trick is this. Click on the cog, and then switch difficulties. So if you're playing on normal, switch to hard, and then go back to normal again, and vice versa. So we're going to go on hard here, and then we just click straight back, and then hopefully we should catch something now. Something over there, but I don't think I'm going to reach it. Ah, there we go, right there. Oh, it's blimmin' gone. It was on the surface. I'm bringing it. Yes! Okay, I'm keeping it up. Okay. So the devs must have altered this to give people more of a chance of landing fish with the lower grade gear, which is good. It gives people confidence. So I generally thought that would snap as soon as I lifted my rod up there. So that's cool. There we go. Now there is you've got spinning rods, and then you've got casting rods when lure fishing as well. So you've got two different types of rod, and obviously you've got the float fishing rods. So it's just so much fun. I absolutely love this game. Boom! So if you release it, you get XP, which means you'll level up to move on to the next stage of your location or map, whatever you're. So say like South Korea, you'll unlock stage 2, 3 and so on. If you keep it, you'll get credits like that. So I'm building up my credits, trying to get 1 million. Well, there we go. So this is my journey with Real VR fishing. Hope you lucky people got your game code for your main game as well as DLC as well. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. So thank you for watching. Until the next one, laters.